Hello, everybody. Um, just trying to do a quick message because I don't know how to transfer the files or upload a video, and so far the only thing I can do right now is go live. So this is how I'm gonna get my messages out is just by going live. One day I might be able to make a recording and then upload it and maybe edit it or something. But as of right now, um, all I can do is go live right now. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. My computer, I don't even know how to pull up the camera just to, independently record a video and then upload it to YouTube. But as of right now, every day, right now it's 2. I wanted to try to do one like every afternoon, maybe like around 12 or something, but seems like 2 o'clock is when I can be able to do it. So 2 o'clock is probably the time I can give out a video a day. So that's how things are going. It's going pretty well. Um, Yesterday was my first video, and this is my second video. So I just wanted to say things that are of interest to me. So uh, I stay in touch with politics, but I don't really want to get involved in it. Also, with religion, I kind of don't want to get involved with that too, because I think that's what um, the world is split up in. It's either politics or religion. And to me, it's really uh, not it's not what I like. I don't really like politics. I don't really like religion. I just want, you know, um, I don't know, simple things, I guess, like happiness and just, enjoying life. Um, when we get older, we have to pay bills, we have to work, make money. Money was created, um, as a form of trade, I guess. You trade your labor for a wage, an income, because now things have a price. Like video games, they all have a price. So money is something we can't get around. So um, one day we're gonna have to, face the reality of money. We have to deal with money. Money is a really big part of our lives. We can't do anything without money. Um, so that's what messes everything up, with politics and religion. If you want to be religious, you need to have money. If you want to be political, you need to have money. So in between that two split of politics and religion, there's money on both sides. So basically money is more important than politics and religion because that's money makes up politics and religion. So without money, there wouldn't be politics or religion. So yeah, so I just want to veer off all that stuff because when you look at yourself in the mirror, there's no such thing as money. Um, and that's how I want to view things. Just take the money out of the equation. It's kind of hard because money is the equation, but just some subjects that I like. I like I don't know. Right now I'm into like tarot cards and astrology, so I'm watching all these readings for my sign, and some people might find that interesting. Some people might not give it a thought at all. But as of right now, um, that's one of my subjects. And also, money, of course, is another one. There's this thing called, internet money now. Before, we didn't have internet money, we would just have dollar bills. But now there's this thing called internet money. And then another subject I like is Buddhism, because I'm Asian and I practice Buddhism, which is not a religion. Buddhism is a philosophy. It's actually more of a science because Buddha was a man, and he became enlightened, and he became the Buddha. So he had his teachings. So he tried to teach the world. So his words, his teachings, they were, you know, I guess you can say timeless, truthful. They uh, they are still in effect till today and forever because he said them 2,500 years ago. So Buddhism is about 2,500 years old. So it doesn't force you to be religious. It just um, asks you to just take in the teachings. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. And one of the things that even Buddha uh, would say to one of his disciples, he said, if there's anything that you find that is wrong or anything that you want to contest, feel free to contest any any question that you have with me. I'd I'd you know feel good if you were to ask me questions that you can't answer. But the main thing is like if you were adamant about something and you were to question him, you know, that's what he like. He liked the challenge of answering questions because um, he said if you can answer all your questions, then that's part of achieving success or happiness. Because if all your questions are answered, there's nothing left to stop you or hold you back. Um, so I know a lot of Buddhist um, teachings. So Buddhism is basically a philosophy, my philosophy. So it's not a religion. A lot of people say it's a religion, but it's not. It's a teaching. It's a philosophy because he was a real person, and he considered himself as the great teacher. So he never wanted to be viewed as a god or a deity. He only wanted to be viewed as a teacher. So he wanted to know like if his teachings made an impact on anybody, and that's what he cared about most. If his words got through to people, if his words were right, because if his words were right, you know, we can hold that, you know, as a great tool for us um, towards our life, you know, every step of the way. Um, Another thing that I'm interested in is martial arts. I like all forms of martial arts, and I like practicing martial arts. I like uh, the philosophy of everything. Even Bruce Lee had a philosophy. He wrote a book, The Tao of Jeet Kune Do. So he said it was a philosophy. It's a way to live life. It's not what you use to, like cause violence or something. Just solely to use for fighting. Because every day we're fighting against life. We're fighting against evil. So we have to know how to negotiate life. So if we have a good philosophy, we can navigate through life well. So yeah, uh, another thing that I'm interested in is um, my horoscope sign. Um, uh, I like um, well, before I liked video games, comic books, all that stuff, but now things have changed. The comic books are not the same, the video games are not the same, so maybe one day, I could join or compete in a game tournament or maybe publish one of my comic books. Just I have a lot of things that I want to do, and I don't know. So another thing that I like is anything cool like comedy. Uh, I guess you're gonna have to have like a good um, happy sense in life. So like maybe one day I might do stand up comedy. You know, uh, try to make people happy, laugh, and just tell jokes because uh, I I just want to see if they work. I have a couple of jokes. Maybe they might work or not. Just like an experiment, just testing it out. See if how people view humor. Um, Another thing, um, I guess I like independence. I want people to be independent. So I want to talk to the kids and tell them like if there's something in your life, any decision or situation you're in uh, makes you uncomfortable, you have the power to choose no. You can say no to something you disagree with. Don't worry about peer pressure. The other kids, they're not going to be there when you graduate. They're there now if you're in, elementary school all the way to school. The reason why they're there is because of school. You're forced to go to school and be with other kids, forced. Because you would be at home with your family, you know. But as of right now, most of the kids in school, they're forced to be there. They're forced to uh, associate with people, you know. So because that forced um, schooling comes with peer pressure. So that's why everybody wants to uh, think about what other people think, which doesn't matter because after you graduate, you're never gonna see those kids again. They're just not there anymore. So when you're young, right now, when you're sitting in class, it seems like that's life. It's gonna be like that forever, but it's not. Because after when you get your diploma, it's like you'll never see them again. So after when you get your diploma, once you graduate, you're gonna be like, why did I even consider these people as friends? They were never friends to begin with. The only friend that I have is myself. So that's why I want kids um, to be independent. I want them to know that only themselves are their true friends because you can ask, the kids can ask their parents, their brothers, sisters, whatever, it doesn't matter who, anybody who's an adult who's paying bills, all adults will tell you they have no friends, nobody they can rely on. They're only paying their bills by themselves. Nobody is voluntarily trying to, uh, bust down their door to be with them, to pay their bills. Or nobody does that. Everybody pays their own bills. You have to do your own things. So that means independence. So this is a message for the little kids. When you're growing up, you feel like this is life, but watch until you start paying your first bill. It's probably gonna be like your phone bill. The moment you start paying your phone bill, that's a first sign that you're growing up, you're maturing because when you have this paper that is in your name telling you to pay this amount, now you're not sheltered anymore. You've created a bill which is in your name that you have to pay out of your pocket. But as of right now, when you're sitting in class, you're looking around and all the class clowns and, you know, these other kids looking at you, you don't know nothing about bills. And your parents will tell you, yeah, bills, okay, they're the ones paying your bills. That's why you don't see the bills. They're the ones paying for your food. That's why you don't see the food. But they take you to the grocery store. That is part of seeing how you're putting food on the table. But you don't see where the food is coming from. The food is coming from your parents working at work. They have to uh, work for a whole week, and then they get paid one time that week. And that money right there is to pay for your life. You don't get to see that. They try to hide that from you because that's called sheltering. So they're trying to shelter you from the world, and you don't see that. So you're free to just be free. You all kids have free will, free spirit until their first phone bill. So after your first phone bill, your spirit starts to die down a little bit, and your free spiritedness, your wings starts to flap a little bit less, and things start to come to a halt, because you're not free to go out, hang out anymore. When kids hang out with each other, they want to stay out late. Their parents be calling them 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. That's like really late. So, and then they're like, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes becomes 5 hours. So, there's no responsibility when you're a kid. When you're young, there's no responsibilities because your parents, they take up all that responsibility. They shelter that from you, they hide it from you, so that's why you have no idea about it. And then when you get older and you get your first phone bill, that's when it hits you. You're like, okay, now I gotta make money to pay for this. And that's where life starts to become more serious. So now when life becomes serious, you have to like have this thing called discernment now. So now when you have discernment, you have to choose what's right, what's wrong, because it's what's benefiting you, what's not benefiting you. Because if something benefits you, you work for it. Something's not benefiting you, get rid of it. So that's what I'm talking about. Like when you're a kid, if somebody tries to present something and you don't like it, just know that you have the strength, you have the power to say, shut up, get out of my face. No, I disagree. I want to do what you want to do. You're doing stupid stuff. I don't like it. You're doing this for you. You want me to go hang out with you so that you can feel better. I don't like it because, uh, I can choose to go with you or not. And like, let's just say you did go try one time and you didn't like it. You went to go hang out at this spot. Let's just say your buddy said, "Hey, I know this spot where they have video games. So you go play video games and you find out these video games aren't for you. You don't like these video games, but he likes these video games. So it's like, why do I want to play these games when I don't like them? They don't have these games that I like. It's like I'm tired of you know putting in these quarters into these arcade games, and I'm not happy. I don't like playing these games. But to him, he's happy. He likes it. So that's him. So it doesn't benefit you. You're losing money. You're losing your quarters. You're not happy. You're just standing there, and watching him play games, and he's happy playing those games. So you're wasting your time watching somebody playing video games. So for the kids, if you find something that you don't like, know that you have the power to choose and say no and just wave them off, because you're not going to know these people later on. Because I changed schools a lot, so I never really got to make friends. The friends that I made were like temporary. So that's the main thing that I want to say is temporary. For kids, life is very temporary when you're in school because it only lasts till 17, 18 when you graduate from high school at 12th grade, right? So then after that, 19, you are going to be living your life on your own terms, and you're going to be wondering, why did I listen to anybody in school, these kids in these classes? It's like, so if you don't hold on to your power right now, you're going to lose it because you're going to fall for peer pressure. Peer pressure is like one stupid kid trying to make his stupidness more important than you. It's like you're nothing compared to his stupidness. So you either get on board with his stupidness so that both of you can look stupid together, because he knows it's stupid and he wants somebody else to look stupid too. So he's afraid, he has fear of stupidity because he's in stupidity and he wants somebody to fall in stupidity with him. So this is my message for you kids, okay? Don't fall for the stupidity. If you don't like it, just say no. Just say, look, dude, you're temporary. You're not gonna last. I dare you to be by my side after graduation. Let's see where you are. When we hit 17, 18, and we grab our tassel and put it to the other side, we got our diploma posing. After that night, graduation night, where's your friends gonna be? Okay? I want you to know after graduation, your friends are not gonna be there. So don't fall for peer pressure. Don't fall for anybody else's tricks. It comes down to their stupidity. There's a whole bunch of other things. I got a lot more things to list, but as of right now, I didn't intend to talk about that. Um, so maybe tomorrow, the next video, I'll talk about more things. But as of right now, um, I got stuck in that subject. So um, moving on, the next video I will talk about more things that interest me. So if I have more people to talk about, it'll be more interesting to talk about. As of right now, I'm just trying to pull out my interests. So I hope you guys got something, any benefit from this video. So I'm just gonna leave it from here. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll just see you in the next one. Okay. All right. Have fun. Have a great day, and I'll see you again. All right. Peace.